Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot fans. So we are going to be talking about Zelensky today, and I am going to switch up the deck because this is a bit more of a serious topic. So we're going to be using the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot. I know you guys love it when I use this PhD of divinology. I almost said divinology, Greg. Divinology. I made up a new word. So we'll be right back. All right, kids, there's a lot to unpack here. So there was a peace summit in Saudi Arabia. Donald Trump sent an envoy there to discuss with Putin's people how they were best going to manage the Ukrainian situation. And I guess Zelensky did not have what he felt was adequate representation there. And he is refusing to abide by any solutions that are offered from this peace summit, because he feels that he was not properly represented. Donald Trump has told him that he's done a terrible job. He's called Zelensky a dictator for not having elections. Zelensky is firing back at him, saying that he is a disinformation person. It is really looking pretty bad. I want to focus this particular reading on Zelensky and what's going on with him and how he can best come to some kind of conclusion with this situation. He's got to give something in some direction. Instead of doing splashy photo spreads for Vogue magazine, because he just did one of those. So we're going to bring up the card view. Before I do that, I am opening up my schedule for all day Saturday. Angus got his license. We got our insurance premium. I got to make some money. I've been out of work for 5 days. We're having, what did you call it, Greg? A flu sale? Flu sale. So I'm going to open up the whole day from end to end. I will rest up tomorrow. Sunday, we are going to see Ella's play, so I'm going to be unavailable for that. But kids, this psychic got to work. So take advantage. I've got the $25 email readings that you guys can get quick and dirty, really easy to do. You just send in a question. I'll send you a video link. I'll send you a text message, whatever you want. Or you can go full bore and do a 2-hour meeting with me. We can go over your whole year like we're going to do for Zelensky right now. So actually, this will be a little bit shorter. I'm not going to do a 2-hour reading on Zelensky unless he's paying. So let's pull up the card view. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's great to be back. I got a kid on the road. I'm going to be like low-key nervous all the time now. So let's bring up that card view. So Greg, what do you think of this whole Ukrainian situation? What's your take on it?
Ambush me, why don't you?
What's that?
Ambush me, why don't you?
Oh, I did ambush you. Yes.
What do I think? I think somebody has a bit of the TDS.
Oh, somebody has TDS? You think Zelensky has TDS?
Mm-hmm. I think it's an international pandemic now.
So I think Joe Biden was a little bit easy for Zelensky to work with. All right. So, I mean, at least he did put a suit on this time. I think he actually put a suit on this time. So, all right. We are going to look at Zelensky's status for right now. We're not going to do the first quarter of the year because we're already halfway through the first quarter. But let's look at his status right now. Again, we're going to be using the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot. So we're going to be doing 5 across, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. This is a super powerful deck. I will feature this eventually. You guys will get a little lesson on it. But let's see how we're doing for March and May, or February and March. So, and then we'll go into the next 3 quarters. That's 2 of Pentacles in reverse, not changing. Actually, we're going to do all of this in the upright for you guys. I do like to read this deck in the upright. 2 of Discs, which is 2 of Pentacles. and it represents change in the Crowley Tarot. We've got 7 of Cups, which is debauchery. That is just kind of doing your own thing. Then we've got 6 of Swords, science. You guys know that 6 of Swords is bringing us into the future. He's cooking up something here. And then we've got the Empress, definitely cooking up something. Ace of Dicks.
What?
Not the Ace of Dicks. It's good to be back.
From the slap.
From the slap. The Tower up top. You guys, I don't have to say what that is and what's under the surface. Dick. What's that?
It's a big dick.
That is a big dick. This went sideways fairly quickly. Gregopedia missed me down in the office, just so you guys know. So 2 of Pentacles. We've got change here in the Crowley Tarot. Debauchery. So the change, I think this debauchery is going to be uncovered. Science, I think he'll be cooking up something. Empress, developing it for a new beginning. The Tower up top, he's got some kind of a maneuver in mind here, guys, that is going to not go very well for him right now. Is this a
kind of erection?
Not an erection. Is this, yeah, this is going to be a military move. He's got a secret military move that he's going to try and execute during February and March. So I think he's going to make a move. What is our big surprise? I feel like there's a big surprise coming in March. What is our big surprise in March? Big surprise in March. Big surprise in March. What is our big surprise in March? The Fool. The Fool. He's gonna try and go in a different direction. So I'm getting an 8 of Pentacles here as well. Different direction. So if I'm looking at Ukraine, okay, so here's Ukraine, guys. I'm making a little map for you. There's something going on here. He's gonna do something down here. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure where that is. I don't have a map. But something is going to happen here. It is close to that port. But something is going to happen. I think they're going to try and do like a cut into other territories. I think he's got a very stupid idea coming up. How is that going to work out for him? How is that going to work out for him? Is it going to work? Is it going to be successful? Will it be successful? Will it be successful? One card. We've got Knight of Wands. I don't think it's going to be successful. I think it's going to be rash. I think it's going to be intense. I think this is going to be their Custer's last stand almost. They're going to pour all of their energy into this and try and punch a hole into another territory. I think this is very foolish. What is the response of Putin and Trump going to be? We'll have Putin on the right and Trump on the left. Putin on the right. Trump on the left. So we have the Tower on Trump's side. I think he is going to pull out all kinds of grace and all kinds of support, even if that is lip service support. Over here, I think Putin is going to fold his arms and sit back a little bit in his chair and get comfy. I think he's going to get comfy. I think the effort that's going to be made is going to really show Zelensky. How will it show Zelensky's judgment? It's going to show that he needs support. It is going to show that he needs allied support in order to do anything and defend and to push through that area. Keir Starmer is coming through here. Keir Starmer, I think, is going to lend a helping hand or possibly a credit card, something to that effect. I think there's going to be some effort on his part there. I think he's doing that on the DL. So what can we look forward to? April, May, June, second quarter of the year. April, May, June. April, May, June. April, May, June. We've got Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Magus, who is our magician. What are we getting here? New friendships. I do think there's going to be assistance from other quarters. You know, it's very strange. I think it's almost like Trump, China, Russia, and some other countries are all kind of on the outside of this. And then we have those NATO countries that are kind of, I hate to say, like the bunch of bitty old ladies that are kind of meh, 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 off in the corner. But I think that's kind of what we get here. And I think there's this whole underdog kind of mentality. Really, sorry, Raven. Sorry, Raven. We have to get rid of the underdog mentality. It's not really serving anybody well at this point. We're going to go right into the third quarter in just a second. All right, so let's see how we're going to look in this third quarter for Zelensky. Something interesting is going to happen this first quarter. He's going to make a new partnership, a new loving cup. It's going to be successful, and he's going to have the tools that he'll need to succeed. But let's see how it works out in the third quarter. Third quarter. 4 power. Ooh, four of discs. And then we have 5 of wands. Third quarter, it looks like oh, thank goodness. So we've got 4 of pentacles, power, 5 of wands, strife, and then 2 of swords, peace. What is going to precipitate that peace? Is it going to be talks? Society, interference, and Princess of Discs. We're going to have somebody come in and craft that deal. Is it going to be Trump? Let's see if it's going to be Trump. Science. No, it's just not going to be sustainable. The endeavors that he's going to put forth during that second quarter with the partnerships from the rest of the world are just not going to be able to sustain what needs to be done to keep that war machine going. Let's look at our fourth quarter for the year. Fourth quarter for the year. And I want to remind everybody, we are looking at the energies at hand right now. So we've got fourth quarter, 3 of Pentacles works, Ace of Discs, new foundations, new rules, new regulations. And then we go back to that debauchery, 7. So I think there's going to be a little bit of a messy Earl cleanup on aisle 7. Earl, cleanup on aisle 7.
Earl, we never read aisle 7.
North the drop off, moron. Name that tune, guys. Name that tune. Speaking of name that tune, make sure that you tune in to Grumpy Sapper. What the hell is that song on Friday? He is switching to Fridays for a more happy hour kind of environment. It's going to be all good, clean fun. And I'll have a live right before that. So if you guys are in my live, you can mosey on over there, grab yourself a cocktail and listen to some good songs. So I think that we are going to see some messy, messy, messy stuff that we need to clean up in Ukraine and that whole area in question. So his remaining intent, like right now, what is Zelensky's intent with this pushback on Trump, pushback on any peace deal, really saying, I'm not going to negotiate anything that is done by Trump and Putin, criticizing his representation? What is Zelensky's intent right now? We've got that Knight of Wands. He just wants to fight, fight, fight. Yeah. I know that's lies, lies, lies. Yeah. 3 of Cups, because he is really in abundance right now, which I know sounds weird. That does sound weird. What happens if Zelensky gives all this up? What happens if he says no? Ace of Wands, new start. 9 of Pentacles, he does gain, and 10 of Pentacles, he does gain. This is, if he throws down those swords, if he puts down the rod and the reel, if he gives up on this endeavor and says, let's broker peace, what winds up is he gets into a better position. And I think that's one of the things that, you know, Donald Trump wrote The Art of the Deal. If you haven't read it, grab yourself a copy. It's actually very, very interesting. And I think that The Art of the Deal in this sense is really giving everybody, you know, the most of what they want. Not all of what they want, but the most of what they want. And I think that that sometimes escapes people when they are in conflict and they don't realize that they can get the most of what they want, not all of what they want. And that winds up being the fairest of the fair. So my advice for Zelensky, Queen of Swords, be a man of words, be a man of words. 6 of Wands, victory. 6 of Swords, science. The Fool. And the Princess of Discs. So, dominant powers, change, and under the surface to learn what we have done and how it has affected. So, you know, the not being able to see the forest but for the trees, I think, is a good lesson here for him. And this isn't a lesson that's dubious and distinct to him. This is a lesson that is also extended to the opposition forces that Putin has in place. So in this world, being a man of negotiating power. So our Queens of Swords, we have to remember, they talk, they discuss, they are going back and forth. This is compromise. This is working toward compromise. And we get victory if we do that. Science and balance with this 6 of Swords. We can balance out all of the difficulties. I know it seems like it's a long haul, but it'll give us a fresh new beginning and everyone can flourish from that point. It gives us this Princess of Pentacles, which is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck. The Princess of Discs, who is pregnant and ready to see things blossom for all. So do we get a splitting of situation here? Absolutely. He's got to be more comfortable with that. He's got to understand that lines are going to be redrawn on this. And underneath it all, he has to look at the forest and the trees and what damage has been done to date. So that is just part 1 of this. We are going to talk about Putin, and we're going to talk about Trump in follow-up videos on this. So I hope you follow me over there. I'm going to do this in a 3-parter. I'm going to try and keep the pace on it so it's nice and quick. But like I said, everybody, we're going to have a live on Friday. It's going to go right into Grumpy Sapper's live. So I will be seeing you guys in that. I'm only going to do an hour because I'm going to rest my voice a little. Saturday, I'm going to be open for business all day long. Book your appointments now. You can get your email readings quick and dirty, nice and cheap. You can also come over and do full bore readings with me. I will have that window of booking open presently. Can't wait to see you guys in the future. You want to say bye, Greg?
Bye, Greg.
See you guys later.